Alabama, and probably some of the last godly people on earth. Since my mama was able to have me, there was a chance I was also immune to the sickness that had left most women barren. It was down to me to bring new life into the world, and instead of facing up to it like the godly woman I was raised to be, all I wanted to do was run away like a little girl. I guess, deep down, I had known this was coming, or something like it. In a way, I had spent my whole life being made ready for it. This was my purpose, they told me. Even my name came from the Hebrew word for mother. But I wasn't ready. Not for that. It's one thing to be talked to about such things, but it is something else altogether to just come home one day and find your possible husband standing in the yard like he has every right to be there. "Amy," Ruth said, her voice kind and quiet like always, but also sounding a little bit strange. "There you are, child. We was about to send out the search parties." This was a little joke, since we scarcely had enough people to scrape together a single search party, much less parties. I didn't say anything, since I knew as well as she did that she had not been expecting me back any sooner. Also, I did not want to open my mouth at all. It felt real important to hold all of myself in, even my voice. "Cat got her tongue?" the man asked Papa with a little laugh. I saw right then how it was. He did not ask me if the cat had my tongue, and he did not address Ruth, although she stood closer to him. This was men's business. It didn't matter if the cat had my tongue, because I would have no say in the things about to happen. "Well now," Papa said, "she is probably just surprised is all. We don't get too much company out here these days. She ain't used to strangers." Papa said everything real slow and deliberate, no matter who he was talking to or what the subject was. He knew that he was the final authority at Heavenly Shepherd, and that meant he did not have to bother with raising his voice or explaining himself any more than he ever felt like. As he spoke these words to the stranger in his same patient way, he looked at me, and the message was clear. I had better get my tongue back, real fast. I'd been taught manners, and I'd better act like it. "Hey," I said stupidly. It was all I could think of. I cast my eyes to the ground but saw the full berry bucket and cloth sack still in my hands, so I held them out to Ruth and stepped forward. "Berries are just coming ripe, but I still found plenty. Queen's lace was blooming, so I dug some of the carrots for you, too." I handed it all to Ruth without looking up. "Our Amy is a real good little forager," Papa said. It was rare praise, and it should have made me feel good, but it didn't. Been raised to know what is safe and good to eat and what ain't since she was a babe. Can hunt, too. This last was stretching the truth. I wasn't much of a hunter at all, and Papa knew it. "That right." The stranger looked at me then, letting his eyes move from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, like he was sizing me up, and maybe didn't like what he saw. But when those eyes met mine, he made his face blank. Now, I had never seen more of myself than could fit in my little round mirror with the lid that closed, which I kept hidden in a secret place in my room. So I knew only a little bit about how I looked, but I knew even less about what a man likes to see. My hair was coppery red and crazy curly, and pieces of it tended to pull loose from any braid or tie I could contrive. I wished I could cut it off, but Papa preached that it was ungodly for women to wear their hair short like a man's. I was not allowed to wear pants for this same reason. I had on a long shift dress made of the same speckled muslin as all our clothes, but I had dyed it blue with spiderwort. My feet were bare as usual and dirty from the long walk. I thought of the way the little circle of my face looked in that pocket mirror, tanned by the sun and freckled all over, with goldy green eyes set wide apart. I had no idea if any of that was good or bad, so I decided to try to focus on what I saw instead. "Yes, sir, that is right," Papa replied. "Knows how to set snares and fish, too. Knows how to garden and put up what she grows. Her grandmother there has taught her all the ways."